Hi, it's Sam here, and in today's episode of the Magic with Gadgets podcast, I'm going to be talking to you about my favourite thing in the kitchen. And if you're watching this via YouTube, then you will be able to see in the background my herbs and spices drawer is open, and I'm ready to talk about our herbs and spices drawer, what you need to make it happen, and of course my favourite herbs and spices. So first of all, let's talk about the stuff you need to actually make it happen. I mean, I'm looking at you now into the camera, but I'm going to give you the other shot because it's brilliant. And this is Sofia's corner drawer. I've told you about her corner cupboard. I should call it corner cupboard. It's not a drawer. Anyway, I've told you about it when I was doing the kitchen reveal, but I just had a deep dive inside it and you wouldn't believe what's in there. Let's have a look. So this cupboard fully opens up and it's absolutely huge. And Sofia's claimed this as her making everything for her mum kind of drawer. So she has this little drawer that she puts everything in. Let me just get a closer in for you. And this is all the labels that she buys on Amazon. Aren't they brilliant? She's got handwritten ones and then she's got ones she writes herself. She's got loads of spare jars here. So it's this size jar that we use. So just think, if you're not watching this in the watching sense and you're just listening, then think of a typical mixed herb style jar that you buy from the supermarket. So once she's got those, she's also got another basket. She's got more labels. Oh wow. And then she's got all these plastic ones as well. I'll do a blog post all about it on Kitchen Gadgets Club so you can just see what she's actually got with all the links. So if you head over to KitchenGadgetsClub.com and then search herbs and spices or just herbs, then you'll find everything there. And that's the spare inserts for the cupboard. So let me show you how it all works in our cupboard. So let's have a wander over here. I chose having an extra set of drawers just so that I could have this. So basically the inserts are below there and they slot in to your cupboard. They rise up your ingredients so that you can have it looking like this, so it's so easy to find your herbs and spices. Let me just have a count. You can fit 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18. I can fit 20 on a row. But if your drawer isn't as wide as ours, then we've got a double insert in each drawer. So altogether we've got 6 inserts to make this drawer happen. And it's just brilliant because you can fit your sachets in there as well. Like when you've got little packets of taco seasoning, you can do your bigger jars. And then ones that I'm using next are stacked up at the back as well. And then I always get asked, which ones do you actually use the most? So should I be talking about ones that I personally use the most or ones that feature in your recipes the most, that you should have in your pantry, that should be stocked and ready to go? So then let's have a closer look, shall we? So for ones actually used in recipes, Sofia's kindly done this for an A to Z so that we can quickly grab what we need. So I've got an A to Z on this row here of the ones I use the most. So for ones I use the most that I've got here, I would say basil, Chinese 5 spice, chives, coriander. That's coriander leaf, so that's the same if you're in the US as cilantro. And then ground coriander, because if you were doing say a carrot and ginger soup, you would put ground coriander in it. Cinnamon, cumin powder, featured in a lot of curries and is really good. Dill, I don't use dill as much, but in a lot of fish dishes you will find dill. Garlic powder, I know everybody cooks with garlic powder all the time. I don't actually use it that much. Mint, mixed herbs, oregano, parsley, and then I have both sweet and smoked paprika, rosemary and thyme. Didn't Rosemary and Thyme used to be a TV show? I'm sure it did. Or was it Two Chefs? I can't quite remember. And then I've got other things here like minced garlic, crushed red peppers, bagel seasoning, bay leaves, chilies, curry powder, fennel, garam masala, ginger, mixed spice I use a lot in cooking. Mixed spice, if you're in the US, is the equivalent, they say, of apple spice. But it just tastes nice as a sweetened kick in some savoury recipes as well. And then I've got bigger jars up here. I love getting stuff from M&S, so I use their fajita seasoning, their tikka masala, and my all-time favourite go-to is actually the coconut and lime seasoning from M&S. It's amazing. And so is their Caribbean curry powder. And then what have we got here that's hidden? We've got Cajun seasoning and southern fried seasoning. And then I always have some sachets when I brought too many. So I've got some fajita, some taco, some peri peri. So it's a nice mixture. So what seasonings would I recommend that you start with out of all of these? Because it can be overwhelming to some. So then, let me count a top 10. Basil, Chinese 5 spice, coriander leaf, coriander powder, so now we've got 4. We'll make cinnamon 5. We'll make garlic powder 6, mixed herbs 7, oregano 8, parsley 9, and then sweet paprika 10. So that's the top 10 of our most used. Or if we were going to take it to 12, I would add rosemary and thyme. But that is a brilliant starting point for you for creating your own herbs and spices drawer. And then what I also have is, let's go for a walk, back to my pantry. I also have a really good supply of the leftovers. So for example, you can see there my rosemary, spare sea salt. I've got black peppercorns here. I've got a lot of my favourites. I've always got a lot of basil in. I always use M&S basil. I've got lemongrass. Anything I don't use all the time goes in here because I can just grab it from the pantry when I need it. So leave that. That is my herbs and spices drawer. So what's your go-to? You know, our recipe tester Sarah, she absolutely swears by onion salt, celery salt, garlic powder and such like. Normally some smoked paprika as well. But just let me know, what are you into? What's your herbs and spices? And I find when I'm cooking in pressure cookers, because it reduces the flavour, I tend to add the seasonings at the end of the cooking rather than at the beginning, because it just gives it so much nicer taste and flavour. So just think about that when you're next cooking, and I hope you like our herbs and spices drawer. Thanks so much for listening, and you can find us on social media. We're on Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok, and of course Instagram. And you know, you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, or why not head over to KitchenGadgetsClub.com/newsletter and join our weekly newsletter where we go into detail about all our favourite kitchen gadget recipes, tips, tricks and resources. And a ciao for now.